Hey, Tim Frisch here, bringing you a Bible review from a Frisch perspective. In this video, we are going to be looking at the single column journaling Bible in the ESV. So if you like writing in your Bible, journaling, and you like the ESV, this is definitely a Bible worth taking a look at. At christianbook.com right now, you can get this for a very affordable price. The one we're looking at here is in the Trutone raspberry floral design cover. They also have other cover options available. But as I said, this one is very affordable. It retails for $44.99, but you can get it at christianbook.com right now for quite a bit less than that. Some of the features that are advertised for this Bible is that it has 2-inch ruled margins for writing, cream-colored Bible paper, a ribbon marker, and Smyth-sewn binding. So with that, let's take a closer look at this Bible. So this is what they call the Trutone raspberry floral design. Trutone is the imitation leather or synthetic cover, and it's supposed to be a raspberry color. So I don't know how that shows up on the camera, but they call it raspberry, and it's floral design. So definitely very feminine looking, at least from my standpoint. That's how I would describe it. And the spine has the blind stamping on the spine. The back does give you the ISBN number. You can see it is perimeter stitched. The back really kind of shows you what the Trutone is like when it's just plain, but the front has that nice stamp design on it. So very pretty, very nice. Also, it does have, as we read, a ribbon. So we'll take a look at the ribbon here. And it is a double-sided angle cut ribbon. And I'm not really sure what color that is. I'll just let you look at that and decide what you think it is. But it does look nice, I think, with the cover. Everything, to me, kind of has more of a red hue. The head and tail bands, I think, are the raspberry color, very similar to the cover color. It is a paper paste down in that creamy color that you get with the paper. It does have a Bible Belongs To page. And this is cardstock. The title page. Publisher title page. Here's the copyright information. And it looks like this one was actually printed in 2021. It is printed in China. And what we would expect, you're seeing a lot with the Bibles now, they are the text edition 2016. You get the contents page. So the preface to the ESV, features. And here's the Old Testament title page. And you notice that everything is centered to where the biblical text would be, right? So this is where all of the text is, and then everything on this side, on the outside margins, is for writing. So that's why that looks a little bit off-centered with just a blank page, but once you get into the biblical text, you can see how this is aligned. And it's justified on both sides of the column. It is a paragraph format, as it said, 7.5 size type. And really the point of this is to be able to write in the margins. So they really had to put as much as they could in a manageable amount of space. And so the type might be a little bit on the small side for some people, but I think for a lot of people it's comfortable enough for what the purpose of this Bible is, which is to have something to journal at the side of the page here, or write your notes or whatever. You do have bold verse numbers, and at the bottom you do have translator notes. If I had to guess, I think it's the full set of translator notes, so that's good. And you can see you have prose and poetic setting, depending on the genre of writing. It does look like it's line matched, which is good to see. There might be some exceptions depending on what's on the other side of the page, but overall I would say this looks line matched from what I can tell. You can see that here in the poetic section that I see here. And the paper, I like that cream color paper. I think that has a nice look to it. I don't know that it said what the weight of the paper is. It doesn't seem extremely hefty to me, but I do think it's good enough for writing on. And there are pens that are particularly good for writing in Bibles like this. For example, a lot of people like writing in their Bibles with the micron pens, which are designed to not bleed through when you write on paper like this. Also, though, I know Cat Woods recommended these pens one time. I don't know how you pronounce this. The Slicey pens from Pentel, I think is the brand. And they're very, very fine point, which is nice because it does make it easy to write a lot in a small amount of space. So those are some options that I have heard people recommend. I'm sure for all of you journalers, you already know all that. I'm not really much of a Bible journaler myself. I don't know if that's an actual word, but... And please forgive the commotion. I'm recording. My kids have off of school today because of a snow day. So you're going to hear some heavy background noise today. Sorry about that. Here's a look at more poetry, though, the Book of Psalms. I like that single column format with poetry. I think it just looks really nice. Getting to the end of the Old Testament, you have the New Testament title page and black letter text for the words of Christ. After the book of Revelation, you do have the table of weights and measures, a through the year Bible reading plan, so that's really nice. And then you have a sheet of Bible paper, blank Bible paper, cardstock, and the end sheet here, paste down liner. So there you go. I'll also show you the measurements here. This measures at about 8.5 inches by about 6 5/8 inches and about 1.5 inches thick. So for a journaling Bible, it's actually something that is very handy. You can definitely take it with you places, and I don't think it'll take too much room in your bag, or if you're out somewhere at a coffee shop or something and you want to set it on a table. It's a little wider than a typical Bible, but it's not huge, and it's not super hefty or heavy. So I think it has a lot of features that people that are into Bible journaling, it's really good for that purpose. So I know my wife is really going to enjoy using this. And as is typical of Crossway, they really do have a lot of great editions of the ESV. So as I've said before, I'm often very impressed with what Crossway puts out there, what they offer to their customers. They really have a large variety of Bible in great formats, and this is one of them that is available. If you have any questions or comments about this particular Bible, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. But thank you so much for taking a look at this with me from a Frisch perspective.